Yo, what is going on, guys? It is AJ Bants here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if you are new around here. And in today's video, as you guys can probably already tell, we've got a package here, and that is because we're going to be testing out the FiFine T669 USB condenser microphone. And before I get any comments saying it's pronounced FiFine or FiFine, no, it's not, because I've spoken directly to the creators. It is pronounced FiFine, so just wanted to clear that one up quickly. But without further ado, I'm not going to waffle too much. Let's get to unboxing this and taking a look at what it has to offer. Okay, and here we have the microphone and all the components we need to get it set up, including our pop filter, which we just taken off camera, but you guys will see in a second. Off the bat, I can say the build quality looks really nice. We can see here, these are like the bands for the shock mount. We've got our boom arm, we've got the actual mic here. This will attach to the boom arm. We've got a wind filter, the wire you're going to need to set it up, and then we have our shock mount right here. So let's get this all out of the box. I'll show you guys how we're going to set this up, and then we're going to do some audio testing and see how nice this thing sounds. Okay, so here we go. We've got everything out of the box and on my desk. So we're going to start off by setting this up. The first setup we'll do is with the little stand, and then we'll do the one with the pop filter. And again, this is something I really like about this mic, is that it comes with the option to have these two different setups, whereas a lot of mics only come with either one of the options, either the little stand or the boom arm. So yeah, it's just a really nice touch that they've included both of these options, so you can choose whichever one fits you best. So yeah, to start off, before we start getting into audio and we actually set the mic up and plug it in, first thing we're going to do is actually just set it up on both of these, so you guys can see what it looks like, and then we'll test the audio once we've got it set up on the boom arm. But yeah, to start off with, let's set it up on the stand. So very easily, when you get it out of the box, it will come with this already installed on it. So all you got to do is just twist it down this way, and then this will just screw right onto it. And then what you got to do is pop this out, and there you go. Now, of course, you can twist the mic so that it sits in front of the stand just like that. Very simple to do, really easy setup. And then the wire will just plug in under here. And again, I just want to touch upon the build quality of this. It feels really nice, really premium. I don't know if you guys can see on camera. I hope the camera's doing this justice, but this thing looks super sleek. And another thing I forgot to mention earlier is that it comes with a volume control directly on it, which is so helpful when you're not only streaming, creating YouTube videos, but especially when you're playing games. A lot of good condenser mics don't really come built for gaming, where they won't have volume controls built onto them, whereas this one does, which is so helpful, that if I'm in a game and I need to quickly just mute my audio, I can just turn this on down without having to go into my settings in game and turn on push to talk or audio settings and go into save my audio. This little thing, although a small feature, is so convenient, it's unreal. And as for this thing, I'm sure most of you guys know what this is. We can just go ahead and plop that on there, and that's pretty much kind of for wind protection. I don't know if you can double it up as a pop filter. I don't know if it works for that, but yeah, that's pretty much for wind protection, which you're not going to really need if you're recording audio on this. Okay, so that is the setup for the stand done. Again, the only difference that obviously you guys would do is you'd plug in the mic underneath it and then plug it into your computer. But we're going to get to audio testing after we've set it up on the boom arm, which is what we're going to do right now. Okay, so we've just gone ahead and taken this off of the little stand, so we're going to go ahead now and put it on the boom arm. So it's very simple. First thing you want to do is you want to unscrew this little ring at the bottom of the mic, so that comes off really easily. And once you've got this off, this will literally just come straight off. And then what we're going to want to do is attach the mic to the shock mount. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and mount the shock mount onto the boom arm. And what we're going to do is just going to grab that here, and so this is going to screw right onto here, just like that. And so you want to make sure that this part is facing on top, because your mic's going to sit on top of here. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead, grab our mic, grab the shock mount, and this is just going to push through that hole, and then that ring that we took off earlier is going to screw underneath the mic. Okay, so we've got the mic screwed on. Once you've got it screwed on, it should be looking like that. And then the last part for the boom arm that needs to get connected is this bit, and there's a clamp to attach it to your desk. So there's a hole at the bottom of it, and you're going to want to just push that over this, just like that, and then use this to tighten it up so that it's not swaying around so much. not too much because we do still want a little bit of play there. So that should be enough. Okay, and that is it. That's the boom arm all set up there. All we got to do now is clamp it onto our desk. Okay, so we're going to grab our boom arm, and so you guys can see, this is what you're going to use to tighten it underneath the desk. Okay, so the boom arm has been connected to the desk. Now we're just going to go ahead and attach the pop filter to it. What we're going to do is we're going to attach it to this pole right here. We're just going to screw that down. And there we go, the pop filter is now on. Okay, so we have the mic fully set up now. We're going to go ahead and switch from the audio on this mic, which I've been using throughout this whole video, to the FiFine T669 mic. And we're going to see how good the audio sounds on this thing. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Okay, the audio you're now listening to is coming straight from the FiFine T669 condenser microphone. And boy, let me tell you, I've listened to this quickly off camera so I can hear what it sounds like. And man, am I impressed. This sounds so crisp, so professional. Like, I actually really like the way the audio sounds from this thing. Right now the mic is at half volume, so I'm just going to get right up close to it so you can see that even when we're up close, and I'm talking fairly loud right now, the mic's not peaking. You're not really getting any weird sounds in the audio. A lot of mics, when you get up close to them and you're talking loud, it does this weird like staticky thing. This mic just keeps it nice and clean. It really does sound like kind of like a podcast mic. So I'd say if you're into podcasting and stuff like that, then this might be the way to go, because a lot of people end up spending so much on a podcast setup when this mic sells for only £70 on Amazon. And by the way, if you do want to purchase one, I'll have a link down in the description. But anyways, what I was saying is, so yeah, right now I'm right up close to it and you can hear how crisp my voice sounds. And also if I move back, you can still clearly hear what I'm saying. You don't have to be close to this mic for the audio to sound good. The audio sounds good regardless. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and bump it up to full volume so you guys can hear what it sounds like. So let's do that. And again, so helpful to have that little audio knob on there so we can just adjust it really easily. Okay, so now it's at full volume. I'm going to stand back. Well, I'm going to sit back so you guys can hear my voice and hear how nice it still sounds at full volume. And this is where you can normally start to hear a bit of static in cheaper mics, and this is holding up so good. And this is if I get close to it. Again, I'm close to it. I'm still speaking at the same volume I was speaking at when I was sat back there. And the audio still sounds amazing. It sounds really good. It's holding up really well. Okay, so the audio is now back down just under the halfway mark. And I was going to say, if you're going for a budget mic, then this one's going to be the one for you. But I have to change that statement now because this isn't good for a budget mic. This mic is just good. I would say that this can easily hang up there with the higher end mics. And also bear in mind, this is plugged directly into my computer. So it's currently just working off whatever internal stuff's going on in my PC that's powering this. If you was to plug this into one of those little audio things, I forgot what they called, this would sound even better. And so for the mic to sound as crisp and clear as it does when it's just plugged directly into my computer, that is definitely saying something about the brand. They take themselves very seriously. They're not just producing cheap mics, they're producing some high quality products with very competitive pricing. They've taken a lot into consideration when they're building this mic, even down to the shock mount. Although it has these bands around it to kind of absorb shake and stuff like that, it also is sitting on a rubberized ring, which will just further absorb any shocks or any hits that you do on your desk, so that you don't get that audio picked up in your actual mic. As you guys saw, the setup is super easy. It's really quick to switch between having it on the boom arm or having it on the little stand. But I want you guys to let me know what you think, because you've been listening to me speaking for this audio for a little while now. So what do you think of it? Does it sound nice? Does it sound crisp to you? Do you think £70 is a fair price point? In my opinion, I would say it is for a mic of this quality. I spent nearly the same amount of money on other mics and ended up getting something that was, to be honest, not that good. It's really nice to just have a mic on a boom arm. A lot of the mics I currently have are ones that are just kind of sit in front of me, which are also good for other purposes. I'll still use those mics when I'm recording away from my desk. But when I'm on my desk, this is what I'm going to use now. I use this for streaming, for recording YouTube videos, because it's really easy to just push this away when you don't want to use it and then pull it back out when you do. And if you're trying to sit back in your chair and push this closer to your mouth, you can, or push it further away, you can. So yeah, overall, I would say this mic is definitely worth it. If you're into content creating, that includes creating YouTube videos, streaming on Twitch, you're into podcasting, or like I said before, you just want a mic for gaming because this has audio controls built onto it, you can still use it for that. The FiFine T669 is definitely a great option. But that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you found it helpful. I just want to say a big shout out to FiFine for hooking me up with this mic. It is honestly amazing. And again, if you guys do want to purchase this, I'll have it linked down below. And if you found this video helpful or you enjoyed it, then don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on bell notifications. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
I don't want to look back, I don't want it like that. I've been going too fast, all the girls like that. And the fake ones want to see my pulse go flat. And my day ones know I'm a pace on